Hi, it's Grandma Roseanne. We're going to make a weeknight dish that normally would have been maybe a special occasion dish because it's a lot of work, and that's lasagna. I've made it for years, but boy, I'm telling you, when I could condense it all, still get the flavor, and not have to do all of the cooking of the noodles and making the bechamel sauce and none of that, but the product was amazing when it was completed. I think you're going to love this. And I know if you have children who love anything Italian, they'll go crazy for this. So in my skillet, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil. And then to this, I'm going to add 1 cup of onions. 1 medium-sized onion would be about right. These are starting to soften, and they're starting to get just a little bit of golden tinge to them, so we're getting close. Okay, I think we're there. And now what I'm going to do is add 3 cloves of garlic that I have already minced. And this is going to cook in like 30 seconds. Very fast. And now I'm going to add some chili flakes, but just like 1/8 of a teaspoon, just a little touch. Just gives it that, I don't know, that little boost. Oh, I can smell the garlic. All right, now we're ready for 1 pound of beef, and I'm using ground beef here. But you can use whatever you'd like, and it's nice if you use combinations like maybe equaling a pound, but maybe you would do a 1/3 veal, a 1/3 pork, a 1/3 ground beef, something like that, but whatever you like. I just happen to have this on hand, so it was the meat of choice. You want to be sure and break it down because you don't want big old chunks of meat in there. This is a wonderful little tool, you guys, if you've never used it. Very inexpensive. I got it from Amazon. It's really a good tool. There's a culinary term when you get that meat really minced. I can't remember what it is. I should look it up. Because every time I want to tell you about it, I realize I don't remember what it is. Now I'm going to add some seasonings here. Here I have 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Amazing flavors. Now while this is finishing up browning, we're going to work with the noodles. I've always had to boil the lasagna noodles, deal with the starchy water, deal with working with hot noodles. It was not pleasant. But now we're going to use these noodles. Do not get the ones that are the non-boiled noodles, get the regular lasagna noodles. Break them into like 2-inch pieces, and we're just gonna lay them out on the top. I have 10 pieces of, 10 strips of lasagna here. It's weird, isn't it? You don't have to be careful with them. Oh my goodness. It's better if you keep them in the pan rather than having to clean up the floor. Oh, I'm falling all over the place on you here. You want to come in and look at the mess I have? Look at that. Looks chaotic in there. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit. Do not stir them. All right? Do not stir them. Just leave them like that. Now we're going to do some diced tomatoes, and I have got 2 cans here. I I've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes here, and they're 14 each, okay? And then we want to be sure that we have liquid up to 4 cups. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of liquid here. And I have 1 cup of tomato sauce. We pour that right on the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover this and we're going to bring it to a simmer. I can see it starting to bubble a little bit. Gonna let it go another couple minutes, then we're going to give it a stir, reduce the heat to medium-low, and let it cook for about 20 minutes. So easy. I'm telling you, it doesn't look very good right now. If you're making this if you're making it with me about right now, you're going, really, Roseanne? Really? Wait, gotta trust me. You can always trust Grandma. You know that, always. Okay. I've got it down to like 300. I'm just gonna let it hang out for a little bit. And I'm sorry, well, we're getting close, but I had to leave the conduction heat because it was just not heating it properly. So you make adjustments in your kitchen as you need them. It was starting to scorch on the bottom of my pan, which is not a good thing. But I caught it in time, so it's not affecting the flavor at all. We're reducing. A lot of the liquid now has been gone, and it hasn't gone. It has gone into the noodles, and the flavor is fabulous. Now I have some Parmesan cheese. Now, as much as you like, we like cheese a lot, so I'm going to be generous with it. And because I have mozzarella, I'm going to add that too. When you do something like this, there's no rules. You just put in what you want. But I'm just giving you the basic guidelines. This is looking really good, you guys. Little mozzarella never hurt anybody. Nice. Come take a look. Look at that. See, it's just all the liquid has gone, and all of those seasonings have become friends. They've become buddies. They're all getting along really nice in this pot. All right. Now we are going to add ricotta. And that is what you would always add in your lasagna, or I always add it in my lasagna. So what I'm going to do is just kind of plop it. I'm going to cover this pan again, because what I would like to do is just let that just heat up a little bit and kind of get kind of soft and oozy. So delicious. It's looking good. It smells fantastic. So now I went out to the garden, and I'm just going to tear a little bit of basil. into this because basil is a beautiful accompaniment to this dish. Come on in and take a look. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? A little bit more mozzarella on the top. No, Parmesan. A little bit more Parmesan on the top. And I'm going to let that melt down just a little bit. Then we get to eat. It's beautiful, you guys. I think when you can make something like this during the week, it took almost no time at all. Didn't have to deal with boiling noodles. I guess I never liked boiling those noodles and dealing with all of that because this to me is an absolute winner recipe. I'll let this kind of melt in a little bit more and then I will show you the finished product and then we are going to have dinner. Come on in and look at our finished product. Just look at that work of art. Just beautiful. So I'm just going to dig right in. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's nice and thick. Noodles look like they are cooked to perfection. And considering I have probably third-degree burns in my mouth 90% of the time, I'm just going to hang out here for a minute and I'm going to let this cool down just a little bit so that I can taste it and not be in pain. It's really funny because I don't see the professionals do it on YouTube, but boy, I see the other home cooks like me try it and oh, pretty exciting sometimes. Ready? That's a keeper. That is a weekday, one pan skillet lasagna that is fantastic. Give it a shot. Try it. I love it. I'm excited that we're going to have this for dinner. And if you try it, leave me a comment. Let me know how it went for you. Subscribe. It's always fun to have new people come and join our YouTube community. If you like it, give us a thumbs up and hit the little bell so you'll know when we post again. Thank you so much. Bon appetit. Enjoy your evening. Bye.